All right.
Come on, Jordan. Get broken.
Just right off the bat, like I was wondering if it was going to be an I'm sweaty, a fart, any one of the other ones. And one of the ones that I've noticed in here that I happen to be a big fan of. And where is it? Where are you? Oh, is it in mine? I don't know if we did that. It may just be in the general one. We're about to get up to some shady shit or something like that. That one.
I can add it. Give me a second.
Yeah, that one was pretty hilarious to me. So anyway, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to Aligning the Stars. I'm Jordan. Todd's in the background, pressing the buttons and doing all the chat stuff. A bunch of you guys are already here. I really appreciate it. Kind of just getting over some food poisoning. Lesson number one. So in King County, where I live, they have a food rating system, and on the door it says, you know, whether it's excellent, good, okay, or needs improvement. As someone who's in the restaurant industry, let me tell you that if it's anything less than good, there's concerns. I saw the sign on the door. It said, okay. And I'm like, oh, it can't be that bad. And so I didn't bother to look. And woke up on Saturday morning ready to die. And I'm still kind of coming out of it. My vacation was ruined pretty much. And so it was nice having some time off of work, but wound up just kind of being sick the entire time, which kind of sucked. So I didn't get too much modeling done. Haven't really released any videos. I've just been kind of feeling like crud. So I'm here. We're going to start getting some work done. And I figure if I'm going to get back to work, I might as well do the thing that I've been putting off and continue to get this work done. So there's really not that much in here that needs to be done really from a modification standpoint. I've been kind of looking at it. Really, we're just going to have to create some LEDs and all that. The tough part's going to be the base and how we can get it to turn and spin. But otherwise, from a lighting perspective, it's going to be fairly easy. When I did disassemble it, this is the bottom of the station. And as you can see, there are a shitload of screw holes and what have you in there. And so I'm going to kind of poll you guys, get your ideas for what I have an idea for what I want to do. And I just kind of want to get some ideas whether I should paint this thing or not and kind of go from there. So yeah, it's going to be the kind of plan for tonight is to finish getting the holes drilled. It's going to be basically on the outer docking ring. I went ahead and took care of the habitat ring windows. You guys can kind of see there. I did run out of drills drill bits last time. So I went ahead and picked up a 3-pack. And so there's plenty of them in here. But we're basically just going to go through finishing up getting all the outside windows taken care of. And then I'm going to show you guys how to do some soldering on a COB LED strip. I want to create 2 COB LED strips, one for the outer docking ring, and then one for, actually probably do 3 one for the center habitat ring, and then right in here is going to be the promenade. So we probably need to create a third one as well. So that's going to be the name of the game for today. Otherwise, yeah, looks like there's a lot of chat. Holy crap! I'm just kind of like I just stopped looking for a second.
Well, I was waiting for you to do your little thing, and
so yeah,
saying hope you have a good stream.
So that was at 9 o'clock this morning, by the way. So Will, if you watch this back,
10 a.m.
yeah. So Will, oh my God, Howard.
We'll get there. I'm getting there. Hold on, Howard.
Okay.
I'll jump ahead because
Howard.
Wait for it.
Just
Oh my God!
You've been dashed.
You bastards!
Thanks, Howard.
Howard, thank you. God, Todd breaks me and then you derail me. Thank you, sir. I just saw my phone flash up with red over there, and I'm like, holy crap. Hey, Don, welcome. How's it going, Chase? I know Jody's been looking forward to this one. He says, attention, Bajoran workers. The station will be undergoing extensive modifications. All personnel are ordered off Terek Nor. Just don't go to Empok Nor because that place is pretty horrible place to be. Hey, Ken and I were doing our weekly recording this afternoon. So yeah, it was nice. Nice to see you, Ken. Yes, Keith, this is where all the cool kids hang. I mean, we can all delude ourselves into thinking we're kids. I fully support this. What's up, Donnie? Welcome. I saw something that sounds like the Jordan way. Yeah, for whatever it was, it's the Jordan way. Like I'm just gonna be me insufferably, even though I should.
Jordan's a mess, and that's just how it is.
Yeah, Jordan's a mess, and doing a lot of soul searching right now to figure that part out. So yeah, it's been a good couple weeks, let me tell you. I know Donnie's also been looking forward to DS9. Buck said he would have been here, but he's gonna go watch Running Man instead. So he's gonna go watch some dude run.
Priorities.
Yeah, right. Hey, Steven, welcome. Like, Buck, you could have watched at any point. Steven's here right now at 2 a.m. his time, and he is a freaking hero. So thank you. Good morning, Steven. Dawn. I mean, yeah. See, Donnie's right. I remember getting crap about lighting all the way up until like I finished the Defiant, and then that was the last model that wound up with no lights in it. So, you know. Yep, that's right. Dashed 100%. Thank you, Howard, once again. Super dashed. Dude, I don't even know. Like it's still mind-boggling to me. Howard really does know how to make an entrance. That is correct. Todd derailed you. I missed it. Well, I just kind of started laughing. He gave a little bit of a quagmire in there. So yeah. But otherwise, that seems to be the end of chat. Yeah, we're just gonna kind of start drilling, and it's gonna be drill baby drill. And then I'll kind of break up the drilling with creating some cobs in the middle of it. And then we'll go ahead and kind of test them out and see how they look and if anything needs to be cleaned up. So I know this is going to be kind of monotonous. And the reason I've been putting this off is because it's monotonous. And so, yeah. So to answer your question, am I going to fill the screw holes? So I guess that's the first question I should ask you guys. So this is obviously not a scale model, and I could use super glue and what have you, but I worry about it slipping and what have you. So I still do want to use the screws, but if I'm going to fill the screw holes, then I'm going to have to paint it. So do we support the decision to paint DS9? Because if that's the case, okay. So there we go.
Would you say those colors are correct?
They are closer than I was expecting,
Could they be
but
better?
they could be better. And there is, I believe, a bit of paint fade in here from the 30 years that it was sitting in the box. So, hey, Trent, welcome. Yes, Howard, we're going to fill the holes.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Let's take a Chase says let's take a bets on how many drill bits Jordan breaks.
Do you know that Wera makes those drills?
Do they really?
Yeah, I saw them at Wayne Shop.
Oh my god.
They make. I wonder how good their micro bits are.
I am just so like Wera makes great stuff. I hope that you're gonna want to paint it anyway. Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, it's very true. So that was weird. Did you hear that?
Yeah, it kind of got distorted for a second. I thought.
I was like, all right, Phil McCracken. I get it. Doesn't it need to be Aztec detailing?
No.
No.
I mean, it's not a federation. It's not a federation facility.
No, the only thing that it has are these like sensor pits, right? And those just are painted a off greenish color. So, yeah, no, I think it should be a fairly easy paint job. Doesn't need to be weathered, of course, because it's Star Trek. So, all right. I don't remember what size drill bit I was using, so I believe this is a 1 millimeter. No, a little bit higher than 1 millimeter. There we go. I went ahead and just picked up the larger set and a different set than I had been buying. Okay, so I had gotten along the outside here, and then there's a gap of 3 of these rings on either side of these docking collars, and then a gap of 1 right here on either side of where the pylons go up. So I need to do, what did I do over there? All the way up to the edge. Okay, so I just want to make sure that I'm matching up. So we'll start right here. And so it begins. So question for you, Todd. How was it driving in the UK?
Well, I hit the curb in the first 30 feet, so
Yeah.
and
I was
then I backed into a curb.
Everything.
But their curbs are really short, like little 3-inch curbs. You just drive up right on them.
Okay.
So I didn't hurt the car or anything. But when I was driving down a country road at 60 miles an hour, because that was the speed limit, in the middle of the night, when it was 1 lane, but it was 2-way traffic, and then a car came, and I pretty much had to drive into the hedge, and I think he had to drive into the hedge, and I hit a pothole so big I think it tore the suspension out, but it kept driving. So,
oh man, how are the roads there? Like, are they fine, or is everything just so small?
Like quality wise, they're very narrow.
Yeah.
Like the UK is not or I should say England, because that's where I was.
Yeah.
The UK is all the roads were very narrow, much narrower than here, but the cars were a lot smaller there.
Yeah.
But everything, like, you're going to go down so many roads, and there's so many people just park on the side of the road that you go into oncoming traffic all the time to go around them, or you got to wait, be the nice person and wait for an oncoming car to go by. Like, the roads going into Wayne's house are all like 1.5 cars width, and people park.
Really?
Yeah, it's
yeah.
Lots of speed cameras, lots of speed changes, lots of construction works going on. But I mean, after a few days, I got the hang of it, so it wasn't a big deal.
Yeah. Like that. And you said you drove on the wrong side of the road when you got home?
Yeah. Because today was the first day I had to drive. I got called into work. I actually have a change to do at 7, so I'm gonna have to hop out of here, or at least mute myself. Okay. But when I left today, I had to drive to work, and I'm like, I'm not on the right side of the road. Luckily, there was no traffic, but yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to catch you up on chat here. Jody says, just use a few screws for alignment and then fill the rest with sprues.
Yep.
Dash says, but I thought it had a multi-gray when you saw it on screen, even if it was Cardassian.
Yeah,
that would surprise me that there's, a
Different layers.
slightest variation in colors,
Yeah.
but not like I would think Aztecing, right? Like
No.
panels are just painted, like they patched them almost.
Yeah. And obviously, like there's the studio models is much bigger, than this, and so yeah, I haven't actually done the research on the paint scheme for this, so yeah, something we could take a look at. I'm fascinated.
Let's see, Captain Charlemagne is here. Hello, hello.
How's it going? Welcome.
Don says Todd was four-wheeling in the UK. Yeah, well, I mean, I got an SUV. I mean, we had an XC60 Volvo, which was really nice because on the freeway, it drives itself. Like,
oh, really?
It auto steers, right? So you set the cruise and it auto steers. So I just had to hold the wheel and it didn't kill me because I don't know how many times I came close to like a truck on my left because I keep trying to be where you sit in the car is subconscious, right?
Yeah.
And so that's why I hit the curb because I kept trying to sit my body in the left side of the lane, even though I was on the left side of the road. Here, I keep trying to put my body on the left side, but it's right-hand drive. So you really are on the right side of the lane, and it's very odd. And then I couldn't see shit. There's so many dark roads and no lights. I mean, even the freeways, it's like they decide whether or not to turn the lights on. Like you can be driving down a major freeway through a town and there's no lights at all. The lights are there. They're turned off. I don't know.
How was Telford?
Telford was great. I mean, it's 3 hangars full of stuff, but it's interesting because like one hangar is completely filled with like all the clubs, like the Plymouth Club and the Birmingham Club and all the IPMS chapters, right? They all have their own little desks. And then there's another one, and there's vendors all around the edges. And just random, I mean, most of those desks are things. And then the competition room was maybe a third of the size of Wonderfest.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, it was very small. There wasn't a ton of stuff in the competition. It was just most people just showing their stuff off on their desks. And
wow. So it was more like group based stuff than individual.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Maybe it wasn't Wira. Hang on a second. I'm trying to find them online. These drill bits. I think they might be actually God Hand, because God Hands had a booth.
Oh. What was the environment like at Telford versus like Wonderfest? Is Wonderfest more like a party or?
I think Wonderfest, since Wonderfest is so much smaller and it's focused on sci-fi, like this, Telford is everything, right? There's there's a little bit of sci-fi, but I would say 5%.
Mostly armor and cars.
Armors, planes, cars.
Got it.
So it was really, really interesting. I mean, they have just fantastic. They have fantastic models. I mean, these people. I mean, some of them are just phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like really, really good work. It is God Hands. God Hands makes a precision drill bit and pin vise set. It's $120.
Oh.
But I'm curious on how good they are, or if they're just super brittle and they snap just like everything else. But they go everywhere from 0.5 millimeter all the way up to 2.9 millimeter in 4 different packs sizes.
Interesting.
I'm really curious to see if they're any good. Let's see, where are we at? Dash says, how would that go? If an officer saw that, sir, you know why I pulled you over? Sorry, officer, I'm confused. I just came back to you guys. Yeah, that's exactly what I would tell them. I mean, because I don't know how you can concentrate. Like when I got to the UK, I was concentrating. I'm like, okay, I need to turn left here and into the near lane. And when I turn right into the far lane, the weirdest part was getting used to the roundabouts because they go in the other direction. So you always got to look to the right. And there's roundabouts like every quarter mile. So, look who's here.
What's up, Eric? Love it.
Russell said, Robert Russell. Got a little bit of what's going on, man? Welcome.
Thanks for being here so late. So I'm 100% taking advantage of the time off that I have, and I found out that like my store didn't explode while I was gone.
That should
Okay.
tell you something.
It was fantastic. Like, it was good. I was really pleased, and so I planned another vacation. So I'm taking a week of vacation, the week of Thanksgiving. So I'm going to basically like work a week and a couple of days, and then take another 9 days off. It's
Oh,
going to be
nice.
nice. So I'm going to be redoing my studio area. I need to. I got a super cheap desk. It'll fit over in the spot a little bit better, and so I'm going to kind of lay things out a little bit better. So I'm going to do that over my vacation, which is going to be nice. I just kind of feel like this last vacation was kind of not what I was hoping it to be. So I'm looking forward to doing that, which is going to be awesome.
Yeah. Yep. Let's see. Trent says I bought the display drill bits. They seem great. They were only $25. Yeah, I didn't expect this to be. Well, this is the whole set. You can buy the godhand pin vise for so much, then you can buy each and drill bits separately. But if you want all of it, it's like 120. I'm not even gonna link this. It's just godhandusa.store. People want to go look. It's just too expensive.
Their stuff is ridiculous.
What am I doing?
So far, these drill bits have been working fairly well. Not screwing anything up.
That's good.
So, yeah, it shouldn't take too long here, actually.
Dash says, did you lie like hell about your trip if anyone asked? Like, did you just tell people you were not there, or you just pretend like you were actually gone?
I did not let anybody work know that that I didn't go. Like, I completely just stayed silent about it. People asked about it, and I said that I was honest about it. I'm like, things kind of fell through, but didn't wind up going anywhere. But I didn't decide to tell you guys. So, not one call, not one text. When I got back, my store was cleaner than I left it. They did really well from like a performance standpoint, and took care of all the orders. They didn't forget to do anything. Like, I walked in today like expecting just a dumpster fire, and it wasn't the case. It was very. I have to say that I was more than a little shocked, and pleased. So I'm hoping that corner has been turned. Although I have to be brutally honest, I have been applying for a couple of jobs. There's a excellent opportunity for like basically an equivalent job that I have now, but it's like a $25,000 a year pay increase.
At all?
And less responsibility in an easier format.
Oh, I don't know what you're waiting for. Have you applied yet?
I have an interview on Monday.
You're the best.
So
Eric says they have godhand pin vise and bits for $75 on Amazon. Yes, but that is not drills. It's flatheads.
Got it.
Yeah, it's like screwdriver bits. But I mean, yeah, I'd be curious if you can get the drill. Well, you can buy the drill bits. So the vise alone is $36 on Amazon. The drill bit, the first set, which is the smallest set, is $25. So for like $60, you can get the smallest set and the pin vise on Amazon. I'm just curious. I'd be curious, like how sturdy their tips are. So.
Right.
He says we could talk Ian into buying the complete God. We should. Chase, get on that.
Yeah, every day.
Yeah.
Next question for you: how
Yes.
was Ian? Did he behave?
No. I had a bag of I had a bag of like Sour Patch Kids in the car.
Uh-huh.
You know, and I don't mind that. That's what I brought him for, right? Was to eat, and I think he ate all of them. But he kept eating with his mouth open, so it was like listening to a cow chew cud. You know.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
no.
I didn't say anything. I was being nice, but I'm like, bro. Don says, see, they can function without calling you constantly.
Exactly. But yeah, no, I've got the other thing going as well. So like,
Did you put the fear of God in them? That's what Dash says.
I didn't know, not so much. It was just more like, here's what I expect, and we've been working through a lot of things for a while, and so if you guys can execute this, that means that I can trust you, and so they wanted to do well.
Oh, they're like your children. They're all grown up. They don't need you anymore.
And that's perfect.
Don says, best of luck, Jordan. Wishing you the best. Ken says, good luck with your interview.
Thank you.
Oh, Skull. Chase has accepted the assignment.
Yes, sir.
I like it. You know what, Chase? Tomorrow you just got, because he doesn't watch your streams. Chase, you just got to be like, hey, Ian, do you have the God Hands, pin vise, the full set from God Hands?
I picked them up. You should really check.
Oh yeah, you should be like, oh man, they're so good, and he'll be like, I didn't know they even existed, or something.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see. Ian, behave. I do not believe those two words belong in the same sentence. Well, we did somehow go through 2 bottles of Absolute in the week.
Oh my god!
And there was 2 nights we weren't even there. Dan says, according to Todd, Ian was like his woman. Yeah, there was definitely bickering on some of the stuff where it was like having a wife. Like the married couple, or the odd couple, I should say.
Ow. Oh, yeah.
Do not stab yourself.
I know. I can't believe I've gotten this far without doing it, and that just happened. So
yeah.
But
he says, good luck on the interview, Jordan. Do we need to put on some, like, you need some metal gloves, some like shark fin gloves or something?
I actually have.
I can't. I gotta change something. Oh, Chase says will do. I like it. John says tell Ian they're actually made by Makita.
Oh my god.
And Trent says best of luck on your interview, Jordan.
Thank you. Yeah, no, it's time. I'm over it. I'm also putting the finishing touches on my resume as well. I'm going to get that sent off to Ian, because he might have a couple of opportunities for me as well that would be in the industry but outside of the stores. So kind of exploring everything right now. So, but it was nice, be able to schedule another one, for just a week away, and the boss was able to approve it, so it was good.
He says Ian was the nag. He definitely was. Like, we made a roundabouts and be like, you need to take this turn, and I jerked the wheel, and then that was the wrong turn.
Oh my god.
I missed a few. I mean, on my own just fine, but
how was the size of the country? Like, I mean, like when you went from,
what's really funny is everything's bigger here. The toilet paper rolls are bigger here. Like, when I sat on the toilet in the master bathroom, which, by the way, the entire bathroom was in a closet.
God.
When I sat on the toilet, you can't have your knees straight because the sink is there. So you have to sit on the toilet at like a 45-degree angle.
Oh, no.
And if I sat on the toilet and decided I wanted to pee sitting down, I could have peed in the shower. Straight across.
Oh, my God.
Like, everything is very small. The roads are small. The bathrooms are small. The toilet paper is small. Like, their toilet paper rolls, the inside of the rolls are probably 25% bigger. Like, the actual cardboard tube is probably 25-30% bigger diameter. And then the amount of paper on the outside of it is easily a third as much as ours. Like,
oh my goodness.
Roll. It's very odd. It was very interesting. But I love the weather. I kept the window open all the time in the room, you know.
Yeah.
But Ian goes from cold to hot. Like I literally saw him wearing a jacket. Like he had a shirt, 2 shirts on, and a jacket, and then he's holding his little fan. He changed the air conditioner, like because he kept trying to. It was in sync mode, so he was trying to roast me out, and it was brutal. I'm like, bro, it has dual zones. You can change your air whenever you want. So I unlinked him, and I bet you he changed the AC in the car, the temperature in the car on his side 100 times.
Oh my God.
He's like you. He's special and just in a different way.
Yeah. He's got his shit together more than me.
Dad said, did you have to slap the hell out of Ian from taking stuff in Mike's shop? I heard he was hoarding the gummy bears. Ian literally opened a box, found a box, and just started filling it with stuff.
Seriously?
Yeah. He says he's going to do some kind of Ian, like Mike Lane, look at all these products. And Mike was fine. He was, Mike's like, whatever you want, man. You can help yourself whatever you want. I grabbed the extension wires for the Skyline, which he was going to send me anyway. And then I grabbed a couple of, so he's coming out with hoses, like silicone hoses of different diameters to replace like the tubes, like the brake line models and stuff. Like if people were, they want to, and they're coming out in all different colors: pink, orange, yellow, red, blue, green. And then he has like cable wrap, so it kind of looks like loom.
Yeah.
And then he's doing a braided hose too, but it's plastic. So it looks like braided tubing. And those aren't out yet. I mean, they're all packaged and ready to go. They're just not on his site. So I grabbed a couple of those. I grabbed like 3. That's pretty much what I brought home. And I did grab your vents, your grills things.
Oh, sweet. Thank you.
I put them in your bag.
Awesome.
So I'll get that out tomorrow.
Awesome, man. Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah, Ian went nuts. He was grabbing everything.
Of course he did.
Don says, when you realize it's time to change a job, then it's time to change. Well, and it's always easier to get a new job when you have a job.
Yep.
The stress is so much less.
Well, and you don't have to settle, because you're
you don't feel stressed, right? So you take the first offer that comes your way, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Jeff says, as long as Ian wasn't a Karen little Navi, probably wasn't bad once you tuned him out. I a lot, yeah, but because I did this thing where I would start, he would say something and it would make me think of a story, and I'd tell a story. Well, he can't stay quiet long enough, right? So he would have to put feedback on it. Like I would say, I remember this one time I was driving in Texas, and he goes, you know what? I drove in Texas and this thing. I would have stopped telling the story. I wouldn't even finish it. I wouldn't even finish the story. He would tell his little story and just go back to silence again.
Oh my God.
And he didn't even care. Like, okay.
Of course.
Dash says Wayne's house is small. Wayne's house is very small. It seems to be a thing over there where they have a lot of houses that are very narrow, but they're tall. Like his is 3 stories, but that means there's 3 flights of stairs. But it's just how it is. Everything's smaller, I don't know if the Brits got here when they came to America and they said, look at all this space. We're not going to be small no more, right? I don't know. Dash says, could you see OnStar being Ian? OnStar, like the car service? Are you talking about like if you had an emergency and you had to call OnStar and you got Ian on the phone? I don't know. And they're like, we just got in a bad accident. Let me tell you about an accident I had. I was 14 in the Bronx.
I'm bleeding from the head. Will you please send help?
Oh, I was.
Yeah, there was a time I was also bleeding from the head. Let me tell you about it.
Yeah, Dash says, tell Jordan about Ian's bed lounge. So when Ian's at home, Ian sleeps in one of those like the medical bed type things that can lift your legs and like lift your back, right?
Yeah.
So you have it bends you into a pretzel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when he's traveling, he brings these.
He brings He brings the sex pillows,
like the Liberator pillows. Yeah.
Yes, I know. He brought
I
up
heard,
the
I heard a
Wonderfest.
little pump running, and then on this, I think it was Friday when we were supposed to go to the Sci-Fi Museum. He woke me up, and then I'm like, I'm not ready to get up. I went back to bed. When the time I got up, he had gone to sleep. So I had gone into his room. I see if he was awake, and it looked like a big silver burrito laying in bed with a head, like he was encased in an iron lung. It
Oh
was
my
huge.
god!
It looked like the Batmobile armor. It
My
was just
God.
this long sausage with a little head popped out with a neck collar on. I'm like, is this how you sleep? Uh-huh. Because I guess he hurt his back or something. I'm like, man, that's the only way you can sleep.
Dude, he's full of the isms. He's got lots of isms.
Mm.
Ew.
Don says, I think Todd had his Ian fill until Wonderfest. I like Ian. He's special. Dash says, I just want a mini ratchet. Oh, Ian, Wayne did give, or sorry, Mike Lane did give me one of those tiny map ratchets. It's so cool.
Ooh,
He's
sweet.
like, you need one of these, and he just dropped it in my bag. I'm like, oh, thank you.
Yeah, getting the tour via chat was really cool.
He said, you grab Buck's parts too? Mike was going to send personal postal carrier. His parts. So I talked to Mike because Buck asked me about that today. Actually, I think it was today. Was it this morning? I think it was this morning. And I reached out to Mike. He's waiting for the bat phone. We did see the bat phones he has a 3D printing room, and we saw all the bat phones sitting drying because they let them cure for. I mean, they put them in a cure machine, but then they let them cure in the open air to dry out before they paint them. And so the phones are printed. They just need to be painted, and that's what they're waiting for to send to Buck. So he is getting his stuff. And I told Buck that this morning.
This is amazing. I'm not going to jinx it, but I've only got one more little section here, and can go on to creating some cobs.
We love cobs.
Mm-hmm. And then all the other stuff that he's got going on as well. Like he's a little creative dude, man.
Well, I think when he picked up Mike Jenkins, who I have nicknamed Sparky, he goes by Spiky because I guess when he was younger he had like really spiky hair, so he's always gone by Spiky. And I'm like, but you're the electronics guy, which makes you Sparky. I don't know if he actually liked the nickname because every time I said it, he just kind of half smiled.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think he wants it to stick, but I said it every time. I couldn't help myself. Dash says, when's the new Bat mods coming? I don't know. I didn't ask him about a release date because I'm not building the 66, but I did see the circuit. The circuit is quite impressive. They built it with expandability. Is that a word? Be careful. In mind. So he was showing me the circuit. Like if you look at a typical part work circuit board, if you're lucky, it might be two-sided, like the traces.
Right.
When Mike built circuit boards, there's 6 layers.
Wow.
And so it has like 4 or 5 expansion ports on it. Sparky was showing me the CAD, like he was spinning around, and I'm like, but I Mike, everything changed for Mike when he hired that guy.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, Mike was, decals and stickers and 3D printed parts and some photo etch here and there and that kind of stuff. But when he got an electronics guy, everything changed, right? I mean, it's like the sky's the limit at this point with this guy.
Dude, those DeLorean parts, ridiculous.
He got the CAD design for that from Joe Walzer.
Yeah, you were saying that. That is,
and he just
a friend of his, right?
Super small, yeah. And he was. Did I take a picture of it? I don't know. Did I share the picture?
Yeah.
Of the guts.
Oh no.
No, of the little Tor relays with the little hoses on them.
Oh.
And he's actually using real hose, for the what was the old Excel spark plug wires inside of it.
Yeah.
So let me see. Did I take that? Did I share that picture? Let me look. I could have swore I took a picture of it in my hand so you could see how tiny it was. Let me see. I don't know if I shared that picture or not. Did I? I also didn't share the picture of the massive wood. He has an iron, like a branding iron that has his logo on the end.
Uh-huh.
And I tried really hard to get them to brand Ian.
I
I mean, I tried really hard. I said, Ian, you'll be the only one with a Mike Lane scab. And he thought about it. Because he uses that to brand the like the wood ties for the DeLorean.
Oh yeah.
Right, and so it's on this big stick. Did I take a picture of that? I thought I did. Oh, I did. I did share it. Yeah. I did share it. The picture of the flux board, which he used Doc's drawing for the board for the flux. I did share it in Discord, but you can see next to it is the little 3D printed Tor relay, and it has a little bitty little yellow hose on it. Like, so now since he's doing that silicone tubing, he's actually going to make the hoses real hoses.
Really?
Yep. Let's see. Monotonous do. Yep. Ken says, is Mike working on any of the Terminator stuff? Yes. He is. Because the two of them when they get together, there's a couch upstairs that has an Xbox in front of it, and I think the two of them drink and come up with silly ideas. So in the T800, and he has I think, did I share a picture of it? There's a T800 he has on the table looking like somebody decapitated it, like it's going through an autopsy. That they are going to rip out all the electronics, the stepper motor, everything that's inside the T800, and do jaw movement, head movement, left and right, and head movement tilt, and replace the whole mechanism for the eyes. Because the eyes are on a stepper motor. If you have a T800, when they go left to right, they go left and right. They're not smooth. And then under the center, like under the sternum, he wants to put in a motion sensor, so Terminator will follow you around the room.
Huh.
So his head will turn and he'll watch you move, and his eyes will move, and his head will move. And he wants to put in sound, and because he's going to use servo motors instead of stepper motors, the mouth can actually move with the speech.
Oh my god!
Yeah, he's having a good old time. I saw the prototype board and all the connectors. It's going to be cool. And if you have a Terminator, you know that you can't keep batteries in the remote because it will kill the batteries in 2 seconds, like 2 weeks. It'll just kill the batteries because the remote's always pulling power. And if you have a Terminator, you also know that every time you turn it on, you have to pair the remote to the head circuit board. Like you have to pull the back of the head off, push the little button on the circuit board, and then you can control it with the remote. This will all be on one remote. The base, the head, everything will be on one remote. But yes, he is working on it. Awesome. Donnie says he lets the parts dry after curing weird. Yeah, he had all of the little bat phone bottoms and then the little handsets in, like, like we put bamboo sticks, we put little clips on the end of the bamboo sticks.
Mm-hmm.
He just had just trays of them, of the bat phone base and the bat phone thing sitting in the room prep waiting for paint.
Wonder if he's letting them off gas or something like that.
I don't know what he's doing. I didn't ask. I just, he had them. They were just waiting. He goes, these are going into paint soon. So he obviously has a reason why he's letting them sit.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Don says Mike's new BTTF mods look pretty cool. Yeah, he did something that I didn't think was even possible. In the SID itself in the real car had 200 LEDs, right?
Yeah.
He, in 1/8 scale, put 200 LEDs behind it. They're the tiniest little, like 203s or something like that, and it's technically 600 because each one of them's an RGB.
Oh my god!
Yeah, so it's actually a full matrix display. So he could like have your logo going past on it. He could put words on it, like a scrolling if you wanted to. It's not just. I mean, he could do anything he wants with it.
Oh, this is gonna be so cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool, and of course it'll have sound. And he's got a whole noodle set for the flux bands, right, for the lights.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll have a full set of noodles, so you don't have to use the crappy fiber optic that comes with the model,
which is fantastic.
Dash says, how many people does he employ besides Sparky? It's him, Sparky, and 2 girls that were not there that help him out. That's it. 4 people.
It's crazy.
Dash says, "Damn, I would have dashed for that." I think he means branding him.
Yeah.
I'm like, it only hurt for a little while, and then you just heal, man. I mean, come on. I really tried. Here, let me. Do you want to see a picture of that tool? Here, look at
Yeah.
it. I'll because I don't think I shared that picture. The ones I shared. I sent most of them, but not all of them. Let me upload this to Drive real quick because it's on my phone, and then I'll just share it on here.
Nice.
You can have some exclusive content.
Yes. And I think like when it comes to like part builders on YouTube, like I think it's just Wayne and I building the DeLorean right now, so it's going to be pretty cool for us to be able to show off those parts.
Yeah, I mean, that thing's been out since 2018. That's when I started.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no, I started in 19. Maybe it's 17. No, I started in 18. It was 2017 when I started seeing the ads for it, and I wanted it so bad, but I couldn't afford it. And in 2018, I made it happen. So, where's my recents? Oh, here, recent. There it is. Okay, download.
Just a couple more, and we're done drilling holes. This is awesome.
Is excellent. All right, let me see. Ken says, please put in a good word for me. if you mean for the Mike Lane has basically said if you're an HTM, you're a friend of his. So you let me know and I'll talk to him. I'm sure we can get stuff worked out and we'll get Buck his stuff and so on. Dash says might have to tear apart Termy. I'm considering tearing apart. I'm actually considering tearing apart my DeLorean.
Really?
Yes.
Dude.
Yeah. Dash says yes, the branding. Charlemagne says I gotta take off, get up tomorrow, so I may or may not catch tomorrow on the HTM's live stream. Had great evening. See you, Jeff.
Take care, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff.
It is Jeff, yeah.
Dash says I would have PayPal'd it directly to Ian had I known. Yeah, it was an impromptu thing. Let me see. Share image file. Here, check this out. That's his brander.
Oh.
And I'm like, come on, Ian, and he wouldn't do it.
Oh, what a wuss.
I'm like, we could have put it right on your butt cheek.
Dude, that's a hell of a...
Oh, it was a pretty serious wand, yeah.
Yeah, wow.
And look, if you see in the background, those are his paint booths. I don't know where they say Tamiya on them, but I don't know if they're Tamiya paint booths, but they are huge, and I want one.
How big is your shop going to be?
Mine? Oh God, this room he's standing in. You know what I mean? Like, it's 14 by 10.
Yeah,
that's it. That's all I'm gonna get. So,
okay.
Let's see. Keith says he's fixing the head as well. Take care, Keith. See you, man. Keith.
I'm assuming you're heading back to work.
I actually got called in this morning. I had to go in the office. That hasn't happened in 5 years.
Wow. And thankfully the government shutdown is over.
Did they actually finish? Is it actually over?
Yeah, it's over.
I know the Senate, it was supposed to go to House. Did they get it all done?
I believe so. Yeah, I believe everyone went back to work today.
Well, they managed to get my plane where it was supposed to go. So, Rebecca was kind of like worried because, they started cutting flights, but I had to tell her that it's all domestic.
Yeah.
They were cutting all the domestic underused flights. So I wasn't too worried about that one coming back. Canola says, good luck on the interview.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Oh
man, you were almost done.
I only had this one, and this one left.
Oh. You got way too excited.
I did. Damn it.
I
That's
think I shared
hilarious.
all of the other pictures of Mike's plays, didn't I? I think so. Or did I? Did I share all the pictures I took of Mike Lane's plays?
I'm not sure. I know. I mean,
I don't even know now. Here, I'll send you the picture. I'll show the picture of Termy with his head all blown out. Skull says, "There's one." He was waiting for it to snap. There you go. And Dash says, "I heard it's open until January." Yeah, this was a stopgap. Could be back closed.
Oh my God. And now a second one.
Yeah. What? You just broke 2 right away?
Right in a row.
Wow. Donnie says, "I actually break less bits when I use the Dremel than I do the pin vise." You know, honestly, I feel that's because the Dremel is so much bigger that you have less mass to bend. You know, you can. I think you can probably feel that you're putting more torque on it. Maybe, I don't know.
Yep.
Chase says 2.
All
You're
right.
almost done, man.
I've only got 8 left to do, so
yeah, take a breath.
Yep. That's so funny. It's doing so well.
All right, share image. This is the Terminator. There we go. So that's upstairs in his shop. Oh, you can see our Volvo out the window.
Nice.
Yeah. So if you, I can't zoom in on that, but right behind his head is, you can see all the little plugs for the servos. They're little itty bitty tiny micro servos. You can just see them on the end of the wires with the little white arms on them, little black boxes with the white arms. That's all going to go in the head.
I can't wait to get my hands on one of those mats.
Well, and I think the idea is that it's supposed to, you would have one for like each model like that. They're not going to be expensive. The thing he's waiting on is to, he wants to put a box around it, because when you start putting bigger things in it, it kind of makes it bulge a little.
Oh, got it. Yeah.
And so he wants to put like a box around it. And I said, you know, like the boxes when you go for Christmas and you go buy like ornaments, and they come in a cardboard box, but it has a clear, like almost Lexan cover that you slide off.
Yeah.
Like a lid, right? And it's a clear lid so they can show on the shelf. And I said, how cool would that be? Because then you'd be able to see what's in it, right? If you had a clear top, you could put that clear cover back on, and if maybe you have maybe you keep spare parts in it, and you have one for each build. And he is making a longer one than what you saw there specifically for the Ecto one.
Nice.
And the Batmobile. The Batmobile's going to be pretty long too. Don says, start a poll. I think you were talking about how many more you're going to break just to make 8 holes. Don says, taking bets now. Will Jordan break another bit? Ken says, the Terminator looks cool. Yes. Don says, drum roll. He's almost there.
Almost. 5 more.
No.
Ow! Oh.
You got yourself, didn't you?
I'm lucky I'm somehow not bleeding. Yeah. God.
Well, I guess you know what's funny? I clicked that before you did that. So that was perfect timing.
Yes, it was. We're not going to drill that one out. And there are only going to be 3 on this because there's a post. So last 3. My hand isn't cramped at all. I'm not having flashbacks of the Star Destroyer.
Yeah.
I can't believe that was a year ago.
Right? Did you find a little schmeg?
Little schmeg in the holes, yes.
A little schmeg in my holes. Wait a minute, what? What?
Oh, God. Gets me every time.
Time to do some sketchy shit. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Hope I get away with it. Oh, doo-dah day.
Yep.
There you go.
I saw that earlier when Ken and I were recording, and I was just freaking laughing. All right, last one.
Now it's in your brand too.
There it is. I love it.
Dash says, so he wants to add a Gatling gun in his arm move. How cool would that be if he did a Gatling gun?
Oh my god.
Like the M138, the little cannon. Yep. Dash says, perfect timing. I thought so.
All right.
Skull says, that's better than a bit breaking. Dash says, that's me, sketchy shit. Mm-hmm.
All right, there it is. All drilled out.
Good. Let's get to soldering. Oh, I gotta go do my change. You do your soldering. I will be right back.
Sounds good. All right. So what I want to do is on the base, how I'm going to be putting the cobs in is I'm going to put them basically flat along the inside here. So something to think about. I do need to pick up these drill bits because they're going to stab my feet. Yep, that'd be very bad. That's real bad. All right. So I grab new cobs. I'm really surprised my finger isn't bleeding after that. Felt like it was going to. All right. First things first. Let's get this cleaned up. I don't know the pattern. Doesn't really matter. Sure. Why not? All right. That's back in place. Goes out of the way. This is not my most favorite thing in the world to do, is drilling out windows. So, Jody, when you do it, blows my mind, man. You do such a great job of that. You're so patient. Howard, I think you're right. He says probably don't even need the light block with this plastic, maybe. I think you're right. We'll find out. Like, this is really, really thick. I don't even know what type of plastic this would be. This probably be. I don't even know. But it is thick. So I think you're right. All right. So we have our cob. And this one has a little controller on it. I might have to mess with that at some point. Interesting. Okay. So, as always, what I like to do is the side with the controller on it and the USB plug. I like to go ahead and trim. So, where you can trim on these is going to be at the solder points, directly down the middle. And then one of the things you can also do is go through and if you peel back the sticky tape and look at it, you can actually see where the LEDs are sitting. And as long as you cut through the middle of an LED, you're not going to short anything out. So, okay. So this is the bright white. And in order to make this work, the stuff doesn't really like the curve so much. So what my thought is kind of put these in sections of like 3. So do like 15 millimeters or something like that, or however much this is. This would be what?
You need noodles.
Noodles. What's noodles?
Flexible LED.
Oh, yeah.
I still have a minute.
Okay. Yeah, could do that. I'm also thinking just like doing segments and then just like soldering the individual pieces in. Or
do you have any of the 2.7, the real thin stuff?
No, I only have the 5 millimeter here.
I got you. It might not be the best choice.
This one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm seeing that right now.
Unless you're going to make it face outward or inward, out of the ring or out of, on its side.
Yeah, no, it's very.
On one side the ring, right? The windows aren't on the inside, are they? They're just on the outside?
Yeah, they're on the. Well, there's I want to do a ring in here, out here, and then on the outside, and they are
right. But in each ring, the windows are only on one side of that ring, right?
Yes, that's
There's
correct.
no windows facing inward on the outer ring, for example.
That's right.
So you could put it on its side and have that cop strip face the outside edge, right?
Yeah, could do that. So it'd be doing like one of these moves where you just kind of put it along the inner ring.
Yeah, like wherever the windows are, face it towards that and just wrap it around. You might have to cut some slots or something in the plastic just to get the fit better, but
yeah,
that'll even hold it in place if you were to, saber some grooves in.
That's a good idea. Then I could just resistor the brightness way down.
Right.
Yeah,
I don't have to get on a call for this, so I can just do my change while I'm talking to you.
Okay. Okay, let's try that. So what we can do is run along the edge inside here. So the power, think about it. Gotta love it.
Well, I do scripts, so that's why I get the big bucks.
So when you say changeover, what does that mean?
I had to make a change to our corporate wireless.
Oh, okay.
Now I have to wait a minute. So the little change window will say it started at one time and finished at another. It doesn't like it when you start and stop in the same minute.
Oh, God. So the power is going to be coming up through the center.
Yeah, so you just want it to start at one of the arms then, right?
So start it.
And if you already made the decision to paint and you're going to fill the other holes, some of those screw posts you can probably get rid of.
Yeah, exactly. Just
right.
I think I saw someone say earlier, just like use all the screw. It was
right.
Jody, yeah.
Right. So you may not need every single screw, and if that's the case, the only thing I worry about is every screw you put in helps seal it, right? So any light won't leak out. It's just maybe you can pick certain screws that you maybe can not have, and then you can just cut those out to have more room, but you may or may not need it.
Right. Yeah, I like the idea of doing it along the inner ring like that. So what we're going to do.
Yeah, as long as the windows aren't on both sides of each ring.
Yep. Only on the one side. Yep. So let's go around here.
And in the center, you can probably make a smaller circle and just paint the inside silver and have the light bounce around.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's a good idea. So we're gonna.
Are you gonna fill the windows or just leave them open?
I'm thinking about just leaving them open.
That makes this even better then.
Yeah, it's just super easy. Like I don't want to go super complicated on this. So okay. So I have the wires start here around the inside.
Dad says better than breaking one off in your finger and getting tweezers to pull it out. He's been there, done that. You don't want to do that.
Believe it. I believe it. Okay. Oh, how interesting. So there's actually a solder point right here on the strip.
Right where you need it?
Right where I need it. So it's already embedded. Even better.
Makes it a lot easier. I mean, you can theoretically you can cut that strip to any length as long as you don't cut through a resistor.
Exactly. Yeah, what I was mentioning is like as long as you peel back, and even then, like you can even hold it up to some lights, but like you got, let's see if we can you got the main chip, there's a chip there, and then in between there's also little LEDs. So you can see them inside, and if you cut in between, as long as you don't cut an LED, you can cut it to whatever length you need.
You can actually cut an LED. It's the other guts you don't want to cut.
Oh, really?
Sure.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
That LEDs won't work.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
Dash says I would have cut from the open, and then I could always use the strip still. And Dash says, too bad it's not addressable. You could have them turn on or off at different colors around those. Yeah, but did you ever see DS9 do that on film?
No.
It was pretty much a static model.
Yeah. It only had like flashers. Like it wasn't very animated, didn't do much.
And I'm guessing that when the little plasma torpedoes, or how they were called, popped out, that was a totally separate piece.
Yep. Probably CGI.
Yeah.
At that point.
Or the launching of the shuttles and things like that. I guarantee that wasn't the big DS9 model. There was some other inset they did.
All right. So at this point on the other side, I'm going to go ahead. This is just a tiny bit long for what I need. So what I might do here, let's go all the way around the inside. Okay. So just got to cut in between here. There we are. There we are. Okay. So now let's go ahead and fire up soldering iron.
You know, after you've soldered tiny little SMD LEDs, is everything else like trivial at this point?
Pretty much. Those SMDs, I really enjoy using those for lighting. Like in the future, like I think SMDs are going to be a big part of what I do. Standard LEDs are fine, but like the SMDs throw out just as much light, and the posts aren't as long. Like I don't know, there's something about it the Jordan way. That's right. But yeah, there's just something about creating the LEDs. I don't know. It's super fast. It's super like satisfying and fun. So what I've got to do here, let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit here. So surrounding the cob, there is a layer of silicone all the way around the outside there. So on your solder points, what I like, what I like to do is go through and just cut out the solder point. I'm going to use the knife. Make sure it's still on the screen here. Just kind of go through and get all that silicone off. Then you want to, when you have it, and we'll do it on the next one, but when you have just the plain copper down here, you also want to go through and scrape all of the silicone off of the copper, as it will prevent the connection from being good. And that was the thing I had to learn, was like how to prep the cobs properly. I also need to order some filament LEDs. I need to start messing with those. Okay. So we're good to go. They're all ready.
You can also melt it off with your soldering iron. It's 600 degrees solder.
Very true.
But it doesn't melt. It decomposes, so
there's going to be residue.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, so grab my red and black wires for this one.
Donnie says SMDs put out a wider spread of light versus an LED. Yeah.
I've noticed that.
Well, they're a lot easier to aim too. You know, I used SMDs for the fire truck when I did added all the lights for the fire truck.
Yeah.
Those were all SMDs. They were pre-wired because hell, if I'm going to try soldering, maybe I should, but they were all pre-wired. And they were super, super tiny little things. But you could aim them You know,
Yep.
you can point any way you want, and then like I would lock them into a resin. UV resin.
Yep. That's what we're going to do here. UV resin and SMDs are our friends. All right. So I'm going to grab my, don't even need the solder. Oh my God.
Don says the silicone contaminates the solder. Yeah, it's not the best option for sure. Cutting it and then scraping a layer of the metal off just to expose it. It's always probably better. Always probably get better. That was good.
Always probably get better.
Always probably better.
It cannot be bad. It can only be good bad. I got a little bit of flux on there. And turn this so I can see it. And we're just going to melt the solder down. Until it takes the wire. Oh, no. I am actually going to use some solder. Just to make sure. There we go. It'll stick itself. There we are. Beautiful. And we go to the negative side. Into our flux. And get her soldered up. And I will resistor this at the end of the wire so I can kind of mess with color temperature a little bit. There it is. And simple enough. Go ahead and give a test. I got my 5 volts ready to go. And zoom out. Make sure I didn't screw anything up. I did not. Oh, God. All right.
Solder SMDs. Maybe. And Don says, strike one. Ken says, I disagree, Jordan. I've seen bad. Best, better,
Yes.
good, the bad we are from Howard.
Yep. All right. Now what I'm going to do to protect my solder point on my cob, because this is a very delicate connection, grab a little bit of my UV resin.
Don had to run away. He says, bright light, bright light.
I know.
And Donnie says, woohoo, we have lights.
I do like, oh God. I do like how the cob reacts to the UV light. The colors that it creates is pretty cool.
Did it turn orange for you?
This one's turning neon green.
Excellent.
Yeah, those were pretty bright. And you know what's amazing is I haven't had to charge my flashlight in a long time since I stopped having to do resin windows. All right. So we'll see about getting this installed and then take a look about closing it up and see what it looks like and create another one for the outside. And we'll figure that out. Okay. Yep. Now that is a super stiff connection. And one that I right. All right. All right. Okay. Those work great. Oh man, cobs are ridiculously bright.
Well, we can turn the voltage down a little.
Oh yeah, we will.
Are those 5 volt?
These are 5 volts.
Yeah.
I only really mess with 5-volt COBs. I know there's like some 9-volt and 12 volts out there, but 5 volts is
5 volts my friend because USB or there's so many
everything
ways
is
5 volts.
everything is 5 volts. Like that's every model that I do is 5 volts. Like it's just
Well, and if you have 12 volts going in and you don't need it, you just bring it down to 5 for an LED or down to 3 for an LED with resistors.
Yeah,
it's just extra heat.
exactly.
Howard says, "Is Jordan going to grace us with his presence Friday or Sunday?"
I have no excuse not to.
So he won't be there.
I realize that I haven't been around much, and I'm aiming to change my bad habits. So I will be around this weekend at some point. I can't guarantee tomorrow, but definitely Sunday. Okay, so I think to get this installed, I think I might take off the bottom of the layer of tape down here. Just the bottom. I'm going to press too hard. I just want to remove the bottom so it's only sticking on the bottom because I don't want it to stick to anything else. And COBs, this tape, only the 3M tape only likes to either stick to itself or something plastic. So, okay. Peel that off. And let's go ahead and get this installed. And we can power it up and see. I didn't go deep enough, she said.
Howard says she doesn't like us anymore. Cry face.
It's other. To be brutally honest, I have been really struggling with a lot of stuff lately, and anxiety chief among them. And so my life has been a bit of a mess, if I'm being real. And I'm not going to let work be a fucking excuse anymore. So it's just what I got to do. Well, really, I mean, that's why I'm like getting an interview and doing other stuff. Like I in the end, I trust me, I want to be there. It's just like, my work, it's like an abusive relationship, you know? So, but it's not fair to the group and you guys. So I need to be around a little bit more, and I recognize that. So, spent the last week or so just kind of beating myself up for various things, and so I'm trying not to do that. And best way to combat beating yourself up is by just doing the thing. It's easy. It's not hard. Like, I enjoy streaming with you guys, and so okay. That actually went in there really nice.
Close it up. Let's see if it fits in there.
Yeah, that's
then we
gonna
can light it up.
So no.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about.
Yeah, same.
So if you can't make it fit by cutting grooves, you may have to get some of the 2.7.
2.7.
Yeah, they make 2.7. It's great.
Okay. Yeah, the gap is just so, like, I don't even think cutting grooves in there would do a job, because like this thing is just not going to sandwich. Okay. All right. Well, let's take a look here.
Give me 1 second.
So we can start working.
$20 for, that's 12 volts.
Hey.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, I was just gonna say, if you cut off the sides of that silicone, you can fold it. I had to fold my COB LEDs for my Raytheon effect in the front of my saucer.
Oh, okay. So you can, like, if you cut off the silicone around the edge, you could fold them in.
Yeah, you can fold that edge part in. or out either
Okay.
way.
All right, let's go ahead and give that a try.
All right, just thought I'd let you know.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Okay, that's a good tip. Give that a try.
And I'll find
Sure.
the 2.7. I thought I got it. You know what? I didn't get it on Amazon. I get it from somebody else.
So let's go ahead and cut off the entire strip of silicone here. Now we're experimenting. That's awesome.
Don says, Ken for the save. And Don says, see, lights are bad. Howard says, I swear I heard my wife has been a bee. Ken says, so did I.
Okay. See how this is gonna be a weird little. I'm gonna find this like later on and be like, what the hell is this from? Oh, it's not gonna come out in a strip. It's gonna come off in little chunks. I see. All right. Oh, hold on. Oh,
Oh, God, they make a 2mm now?
really? That's super thin.
Here's a 5-volt, 2mm RGB strip light.
What?
Wow. You get 5 meters of it for $36.
Wow.
It's the narrowest addressable COB light strip available. 2.7
Ooh.
millimeters,
How many colors?
160 LEDs per meter. Oh, it's RGB.
So all of them.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Here's another one, 5 volts, RGB, 145 LEDs per meter. The strip length is basically a meter. It's 2.6 millimeters. It's $12.
What? Wow. That's also RGB?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right. So here is, let's see what this is. This is just the strip. So 5 volt. And it comes in every color: daylight white, natural white, warm white, ice blue, purple blue, green, yellow, orange, pink, and red. You get 5 meters of it for $17.
Wow.
You want a link?
Yeah, please.
I'll
I just
throw
be,
that.
I'll be interested in general just for that. Like even if I don't need to use it for this.
Yeah. You know what? I'll throw it in Discord links too, so we have
Perfect.
it. I'm also going to link that RGB. That's insane.
Yeah. Like that is a fantastic thing. Like addressable LEDs that small. A COB? Hell yeah.
You get the bare strip. Oh, the LEDs aren't very close together. Hang on. Let me see what the stats are in this thing. 2.7. It's 100. It's only 118. So it's not like COB.
Mm.
What about the other one? There was 2. The 160. These are closer together, but it's quite a bit more expensive. But you also get more. You get 16 feet of it instead of a meter.
Oh my God.
2.7. Because you can buy it, this is the strip, you can buy it with the controller and with the power supply separately. 160 LEDs per meter, 2.7 RGB addressable. All right. Throw that in here. I'll also throw it in the chat. Why not? But it might be something worth picking up. This place, I've gone to this, I've bought it from them before. It's Super Lighting LED, and I've gotten so much stuff from them.
Super lighting LED, huh?
Yeah. Oh God, look at all this. Okay, then the too tall, lights bad, Ken for that one. Come to the light, Don, Ken for the save. Yep, lights are for beginners. Ha, Don. Donnie says he has some 2.7 ARGB. Yep. Howard says we have to send Don some lamp oil for Christmas. Don McScrooge. Don says no candles. Howard says, isn't that what Andrew uses? And Don says he ran out of whale oil. Excellent.
I mean, yeah, that's what Andrew uses for sure. I mean, it's variation, like he's using the inner light setup, but
That's why you never see his wife or kids. They're outside on the bikes powering the house.
That's right.
Don says, okay, sending Don scented candles of pine tar and leather. Howard says, by the way, Todd, I got your B-Day present coming. I should have to ship it by then. You got a long time for my birthday, but I thank you. You don't have to do that. And Howard says, put it in Discord because, you know, Alec might need to know. Yeah, well, they're in there.
Oh, I almost stabbed myself. This is interesting. A little bits of silicone coming off.
Mm-hmm. Here's another 5 volt, 2.6 millimeter. $7.
How much?
$7 for a meter.
Oh, that's not bad. This stuff I buy is like $10 for a meter.
Yeah. And somebody says his name. Why is it Jacobus Models now? Is that his actual name on YouTube? Or is it Jacoby's Models? Maybe that's just his channel.
Yeah. What's up, Alec?
See, Don, you called him, and he's here now.
You said his name.
Yep. Howard says, by the way, I'm still not fully recovered from his Alec abduction last night. Is that what happened? I missed the. I caught the beginning of the stream, and then I went to dinner. And Alex says he didn't know such thing, Howard. How would you know? They erase your memory?
Right. Neuralized them.
Well, I mean, if you don't get these LEDs, this what you're doing could work too.
Yep.
At least
well, who knows?
Yeah.
So there's all the thing. I'm gonna make sure I didn't break anything. Let's go.
It looks like
snot. It does. So let's go ahead and I just want to make sure I didn't separate anything or break anything. So you can never test your LEDs enough. Yep, they still work. Good Lord.
God, that is bright.
Dude, seriously. I'm going to drop that down to 4 volts, 3.5 next time. Just 3.3 is good for that. So, okay. I can bend these back.
Alex says, I asked about what? I just hopped on and feel like I missed something. You did. You'll have to go back and watch.
This stuff doesn't bend very easily.
I was wondering if you were going to be able to bend it, but...
Oh. No, this stuff does not bend easily at all. God.
All right. Place your order.
All right. Let me go ahead and hop in.
Either that or, you know, is it just, even if you cut strips in the plastic, like slots in the plastic, there's just no way it's fit in there?
No, there's just really no way. Like, it's just too tall. Like, when you put it in, it basically, this connection needs to be super tiny. And I wish I had thought about this, honestly. Like, of course not. So I've only probably got.
Look what happened.
Howard. It's a nice color pink. Thank you.
Cute pink. Hold on.
my God!
You've been dashed.
You bastards!
Crazy. Thanks, man. Apologize for invoking anything. Hey.
See, Alec did you good tonight. He showed up just in time.
Oh. All right, so let me hop over to Discord. Let's hop over to links. And this is super lighting LED. Okay.
Yeah, so the first one is just full on COB. The LEDs are super close together. That's the 480 chip.
Oh, look at that.
The RGB one are farther apart. It's like 160 versus 480, so it's 3 times as dense when you don't need the addressable.
Now, I guess the question is if I wanted to stick to, because like these are bright white LEDs here, but like Deep Space Nine itself had a bit of a warm white window.
I personally would go with warm white only because that's how the studio was lit, right?
Yeah.
So they would have lit warm white.
Yep. All right, so it's warm white. Non-waterproof LED strips, 2.7 meters or 2.9 millimeters. Wow, 5 millimeters of it. That's crazy.
Was it 5 meters for like $11?
It is. Let's add to cart. Come on now. Are you gonna go to cart, or are you just gonna think about it? It says my session's expired. Yeah.
Well, at least she's keeping your brain from leaking out.
Yeah, she is keeping my brain from leaking out. It's not.
Don says the part of Ian will be played by Jordan tonight.
God. You guys see this? God.
Duster strikes.
Yep. She like sticks her finger in orifices and then puts it in my mouth. I can't believe I said that on stream.
You did. Alex says, I looked back a bit. My birthday's coming up in a week. Well, 6 days, seeing how today is practically over. Well, happy early birthday.
Happy early birthday.
And he says, I'm impressed the manager who interviewed me today. I won't know if I'm hired till tomorrow. Hired? Didn't you just get a job at a theater?
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah, what's going on, Alec? What happened to the theater?
Did you lose that job, or are you just looking for something different?
Well, he probably couldn't use his phone while he's at the theater. Got to find a job where he can use his phone.
No, he doesn't.
Like a barista. Dash says he wants more hours. Okay.
So I'm just going through the process of signing up for an account real fast. And not touching my number pad because I'd just be doing all sorts of crazy things with my cameras. Are they here in the US, or it looks like they're a foreign company?
I don't know that. I don't remember the stuff taking that long.
Oh, this is like it says telephone. This is of vital importance during customs clearance and delivery.
It said what?
For the telephone number, this is of vital importance during customs clearance and delivery.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we can keep looking for other stuff.
No, it's all good. Okay.
Something.
We're going to be doing the Falcon next week. And then the week of Thanksgiving, I'm going to be doing an afternoon stream on the Wednesday beforehand. Before the Woody Wednesday stream. All right. I had to click the "I'm not a robot" thing. Alex, how do you respond when that comes up?
Yeah. What do you say? Here's a meter of the stuff for $6. 480 per meter, 5 volts, $6. But I wish they would tell me where these shops are. Contact. Headquarters located in Hong Kong. Can we have something in the U.S., please? It's on eBay.
These guys. It says Central Standard Time, CST.
Howard says some guy was trying to pass off telemarketing for a nonprofit organization as community service now. Don says Falcon. Thumbs up.
Falcon, yeah. Falcon next week. I get some more colors put down.
Howard says, you know those 2 part works I got from Japan had 0 tariffs attached, thankfully? Oh, that's pretty good.
That's fantastic news.
Yeah. Yeah, I was worried because when I came back, so when I landed here in Phoenix, I went down, you get off the plane, you have to go to immigration.
Yeah.
And there was like 300 people because 2 planes, our plane, which was the A350, so it had 300 seats, and then another big plane from Cabo landed all at the same time. So I go downstairs, and by the time I got off the plane, because I was in row 41,
wow.
I get down to immigration. There's 300 people standing in line. And
oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
oh God. Now, I had heard about this app from Border Protection from CBP called MPC, or Mobile Passport Control, and it's out by Border Patrol. So I downloaded it before I left, and I was on the plane, and as we were taxiing in, I looked at it, and it's like, oh, you just have to scan your passport and take a picture of yourself and then do that. And it's like, okay, look for the MPC signs at immigration. So I look at all these people in line, and I look over to the left, and there's this little sign that says MPC people go this way. I was the only one in that line. I walked past every single person in that line, went right up to the front counter, and they took my picture and go, you're good. I walked through.
Oh my God.
That was it. Not one other person. There were 15, 20, 25 people standing in the global entry line, and I went past them for free. So use that app there.
Awesome. That is awesome.
And then I had to go through customs, and I'm like, oh God, they're gonna see. Oh, by the way, when I went through the security at Heathrow to get on the plane, there was no way, because I don't know why, but there was no way. I walked right through. They stopped and wanted to search my bag, my carry-on, right? Well, they had seen in my carry-on, I had put my box of Cards Against Humanity, because I thought we would all play it when we were out in London or out in the UK, because I thought we all just drink and have a good old time and play some stupid Cards Against Humanity. But I have the full set, right? So it is in a box that's probably 1.5 feet long and about 8 inches wide, and the card, I don't know, 3.5 inches thick. And I put it in my carry-on because the box weighs like 30 pounds, right? Well, that just raised all sorts of alarm bells for them. Because
really?
If you think about it, imagine X-raying it. Those stacks of cards just look like a thick brick of something, right? And so they opened my bag and they scanned it for explosives. I'm like, I could see how this could be considered C4. And it didn't help that all my camera gear was surrounding it. So there's wires, and all my camera gear and my travel adapters and everything were surrounding that Cards Against Humanity box.
Oh my God.
But the lady was very nice. She scanned it for explosives and said, okay, you can go. And then customs didn't stop me here on the way in either.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Did you ever find your
I found it this morning when I was looking for my laptop bag to go to work. Guess what was right behind my laptop bag?
Seriously?
Well, I'm glad I didn't bring it because you didn't go. So
I know, but still, like, it was like, where the hell did that go? Like,
well, if you saw my room, it looks like a bomb went off in here. I got stuff everywhere. Hardware boxes everywhere. Fan Home keeps sending me stages 14 and 15 for the RB19, even though it should be 19 and 20. I have 3 sets of 14 and 15 now. I don't know.
God.
Let's see. Chase says, I hear bike repair is a very lucrative business. Ha! I click on I'm not a robot and answer the question correctly for I am nor a robot nor an alien. He's really advanced for an alien. He can pass the CAPTCHA. Yeah.
Yeah, he passes CAPTCHA. Got it.
Yeah.
We need better controls.
Chase says, or Dash says, Chase, I think what he needs is a third wheel to support the driver. Alex says, Todd, last night I started cutting the supports off that were inside my molded aerators for Titanic, like you suggested, and it looks much better. Modded aerators. The hell are you talking about? Modded aerators. Cut the supports off that were inside. I can't even read that. I don't know what that is. Don says, nice.
Nice.
Dash says, I wonder if that would work for my girlfriend when she comes here. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think it's just for U.S. citizens. But you have to take a picture of your passport, the photo page, then you have to scan the chip on it using your phone. And then they make you take a picture. And then when you go through Border Patrol, they take your picture again and they go, you're good.
So it just matches up information. That's all it is.
He asked me if I was bringing any food back. I said, I have 2 candy bars. He goes, get out of here. They want to know if you're bringing fruit or seeds or,
right.
Alex says, come on. Although I'm going to need new tires soon, a fork. He wants to take off. I don't know what he's talking about. And Tower says he has a bomb. Yeah. I'm guessing that's what they thought it was, because I'm just trying to picture what like 6 stacks of dense cards, like playing cards, would have looked like on X-ray. So, and Alex says, Todd, scarring the poor TSA agents. They were not TSA agents because I was in London. They would have been their security.
What were the airports like over there?
Vents or whatever catches air and brings it below deck. Cutting the supports off the modded aerators. The supports. Are you talking about the pins? I have no idea what he's talking about. The pins that hold it in place? I don't know what he's talking about. So what are you going to do now? Oh, that's right. You're going to grab your Razor Crest and you're going to modify it so it works with magnetic wires.
Oh, I got 18 minutes.
Oh.
No.
Well, you can tell people about your phone call with Mike.
Very true. I think we're pretty much all wrapped up. I'm going to order some of these cobs, and when we come back to this, I'll get the proper size cobs in here. Ken, that was a great suggestion, and I can see how that would work. It just, for whatever reason, this backing material is pretty tough and it doesn't want to bend. Mike, did a call with like Todd and I were playing like phone tag early in the morning. I think it was on Monday, right? Or Tuesday? It was Monday.
Well, because I didn't know if you needed anything from there that you were still waiting on, and I called you, or I texted you, and you wouldn't answer me because
I was sleeping. I was sleeping. It was like 5. It was 5:40 in the morning when you texted.
Yeah, but you say you're early. You're an early bird, and you get up super early, and I'm like, well, where are you at?
Yeah.
Because I didn't know how long we'd be there, and then we were there for like 4 hours. So really
right. But so Todd and I were just kind of talking back and forth, and he picked up the things that I needed for Kit. I only needed just a few things, and then Mike had already sent me my care package for the DeLorean, right? Or did he send everything with you?
No, everything you asked for is in your little bag. I have it.
Oh, nice. But
I stuffed it in your little pouch. That sounds terrible.
That is pretty terrible. But what about all the DeLorean mods as well? Were they in there as well?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he did not have. He was out of stock on the transfers, and he was out of stock on the other thing you asked for. But I did grab the kit vents, the grills.
Perfect.
Now, what was the other thing you asked for the DeLorean? There was something else, wasn't there?
It was like for the kit.
I got you the PMD badges.
Yep, and it was the rear sails for the and the carpet set.
I got you that.
Yep, and that was it for kit.
I think it was just the tire transfers.
Yep, and then that was the watch case. Like, that was like a.
Oh yeah, he didn't have that either. He said just
He didn't-
email.
Okay, sweet. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was just kind of like, like, yeah, that's could be cool to have sort of thing because we're not using the watch remote control for it. So,
Oh yeah.
but yeah, so like then like eventually like we got on a video call, and it was like Ian and Todd were talking, and then Mike was there, and then Mike just like grabbed the phone and started walking me around the shop, which was really cool.
He gave you a personal tour. We were all upstairs, and he just took my phone and walked away.
Just walked away. Yeah, literally walked me through the entire shop. And you guys have seen like I haven't watched Will's video or Ian's video yet, and I'm going to. But it's only because I got the personal tour from Mike. I don't need to see Ian talk about things. But basically Mike, just walked me through and like talked a little bit about each room that he has, and it's interesting like the way he like it started with like all of the different models that he has. Like he's got like all of the different things that he's working on has their own like dedicated space. Like the Ectos are sitting on their own table. The DeLorean stuff, is sitting on a table. He's got a completed kit sitting up in its case and all that. The Torino or the Gran Torino from Starsky and Hutch, he was working on that. That's a French model, if I'm not mistaken. Is that Altaia?
It was available for a very short period of time in the UK too, but for the most part, it didn't come here. That's the Starsky and Hutch car, yeah. And that was his body. I don't know where the chassis was.
Yeah, but I mean, he had all sorts of like different models and different like states of like assembly and what have you. I mean, we saw the Terminator, and then he's just got like bins and bins and bins of different stuff. He even had like the Enterprise. Like it's crazy to think that he had the Enterprise like sitting over there on the side as well. Working on that. So he's got all the models, and then he basically walked me through each one of the different rooms. So he showed me like the laser engraver room, that also happens to be the room, I believe, with all the 3D printers, if I'm not mistaken. But he's got
the laser room's at the top of the stairs, and he has
right
there, and then
yep.
You turn around and go backwards and up this little door, and it's like all his paint room and the printing room and painting room is all sealed.
Yep.
So it has its own ventilation system and everything, and he has a big VOC meter in there and all this kind of stuff because they take OSHA to like the 12th degree over there. Like
they do, and he has got paint booth after paint booth after paint booth. Like there's some really nice booths up there. He uses Anycubic printers, so really simple, but they work really well.
Yeah, like M5 Pro Max or something like that. Something like that.
Yep. And then basically just kind of walked around the shop and then spent time talking about the DeLorean. Because that's obviously the one that I'm working on with him right now. I'm kind of holding off on my build, just holding back a little bit. I do have the full kit, so I can go crazy. But he showed me some of the stuff that he's working on, like, the flux capacitor, the tree and the flux bands, the new board that's going to be going into it. So he's got the Time Circuit Pro. I really love the way he like names his stuff, by the way. Like the Time Circuit Pro is such a cool, just like kits, the Alpha Circuit, stuff like that. The Bat Circuit, just really clever stuff. But talked a lot about the stuff that's coming up with the DeLorean and kind of timeline when I could be expecting some of those parts, which should be pretty soon. The flux capacitor, I don't know about Todd, like what are your thoughts? Like it looks so good in there, like the animation, like it looks like
something he noticed when I love my Model Mods one, right? It looks great. It looks fantastic. It does the animations and everything like that. But something he noticed is that when he got the CAD drawings from Joe Walzer of the actual flux capacitor, the real one, well, at least the one they were going to have to make until they got the real one came home. Yeah. They had a CAD drawing to build one, and behind each light, so behind the clear acrylic for each torque relay, right, where the 3 lights come together, it's actually 6 lights. And
Wow.
but if you watch it in the film, you only see 3. You see the lights in 3 positions because the frame rate of the camera. It was actually 6, and so what he did is he actually put 6 tiny LEDs behind each one.
Of course he did. Yeah.
Yeah, it just it's little things like that he likes to do. He even told me that the back plate that held all of the stuff inside the flux capacitor, right? So the relays and everything that were mounted to it, and the acrylic was mounted to it, there was extra holes that they never used, right? There was just holes in that board for whatever reason, right? He included those in his mod. He goes, yeah, they were there, so we put them in. I'm like, oh my God.
Such a nerd.
He's such a nerd. He is the biggest nerd. And he doesn't like being on camera. He doesn't like talking on mic or anything like that. But if you get him going, he just
will go. Yeah.
Nope, he won't shut up.
Yep. And I know that there was like a lot of like, he's going to be kind of camera shy, but he made his grand appearance this last week on getting out there to see what he looks like. And it was great. Like, just being able to talk to him was pretty awesome. And like, I just get the sense from him, the passion for what he does. Like, he knows that he's got a really cool job, and he knows that he's got some really cool people working for him, and he feels pretty blessed. And it shows, like the quality of the work. Like, you can just tell that like everything they're doing there is done with passion and fun in mind for this hobby that we all have. And it's crazy, like, for him to in just a little less than 10 years to kind of become the dude when it comes to part work mods. It's fantastic. And
well, what was it? He's got more ideas than time. Like,
yep,
he has a full kit of the Falcon. Hasn't even, it's in bins. He hasn't even started it because he's just like, we can't keep taking on more projects. There's new things coming out all the time, and he would love to, but he's just like, man, it's almost like we can't keep up with all the stuff we want to do, and there's only 4 of us.
What he could do with the Falcon, my God.
Yeah. So I'm gonna chat real quick.
Go ahead.
They're back and forth about Alec being an alien. This Baby Godzilla. Howard asked, am I going to do the Ducati? I am not doing the Ducati. I would have done the Yamaha if it had come here. It showed up on Model Space, I think, right before they shut down, but I didn't get it. It wasn't high on my list, but I would have done the Yamaha. But the Ducati,
that's what, third scale, right?
Quarter scale.
Quarter scale, excuse me. God, third scale would be huge.
Scale. But the wheels are as big as your fist. I mean, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is this? Ken and guys looking to suggested videos YouTube. A body was recovered from the Edmund Fitzgerald. Have you heard about this? No, that would not be in my feed for any reason.
Yeah. Interesting.
Howard says, I want his 1/8 scale tool chest he's making and some wheel racks. So you can buy the 1/8 scale tool chest. I saw the box for it.
Wow.
You can absolutely buy that. But what he does is he wants to relabel them. So I don't know if you saw where it says I took a picture of the diorama that Will's Workshop made.
Yeah.
And where it would have said Milwaukee on the toolbox, it says Mike Lane in the same font. You just have to look really, really closely.
Yes.
And where it says Makita, it says Mikita or something like that. And then we said for Snap-on, because he had that little tool chest, I said just change it to Snap-off. Because how many things do you break off when you're building a model? It's called Snap-off.
Dude, yes. Yes.
Right. Well, and Ian changed it to Crap-on instead of Snap-on.
Crap-on. Of course he did. Of course he did.
Howard says, I'd do a Harley if they were going to have that. So they did do a Harley part work. What was it called? The big something or other, Big Iron, something like that. They did a Harley part work right when I first got into it. They were doing it.
Interesting.
They did have a Harley with the solid aluminum wheels, the whole thing.
Wow.
It says I can see him buying the Makita one. Sure.
Yeah.
He loves that stuff,
Yeah.
Because he was always the graphic artist and he taught himself 3D modeling and stuff like that. But up and with the electronics, it's like I said, it's changed. It's going to change the whole thing. It's all different now.
Well, it's like the sky's the limit now. They're literally limited by their own imagination. Like, it's amazing what they're doing.
Well, and he found that guy. That guy was a customer, Michael Jenkins, Sparky.
Yeah,
he was a customer of Mike's, and they were going back and forth talking about some mod that he had. And he's like, if we did this, we do this a little differently, blah blah blah. And he goes, "You want a job?" And that was it. The rest is history.
that's so cool. That is so cool. Dude, I love it. I love it so much. Well, definitely going to make it out next year if it's something we're going to do. So getting all that sorted out. And I'm all good to go now at this point.
Excellent. Howard says he was talking about making those decals put on so you could paint the chest. Yeah. Don says, me too. There was an Indian chieftain part work. Is that what I'm thinking of? Was it the Indian? I swore there was a Harley. Maybe it was the Indian. I don't know.
Just the steak is resting.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just about to wrap up here in a second. So, well, I just got to notice that dinner is done. So
that's good timing.
Might wrap up a little bit early. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and get the proper cobs ordered. I'm going to put this butchered one back and see what happens with it. Yeah, so otherwise, next week we're going to be coming back to the Falcon. Looking forward to getting that build wrapped up. I still have the goal of finishing it up by the end of the year. That is a bit of a tall order, as I haven't done much with it, but the more painting I do, the better. And so, yeah. And then after that, I'm planning on getting into getting back to the runabout, and then doing some Lego work. Like the amount of options that I have for streams is kind of a little crazy, and I need to kind of rein it in a little bit. From a content perspective and storage. That's all I got to say about that. Otherwise, yeah, for me, I'll have an episode of, I think tomorrow is going to be the Falcon. And if I don't have time for the Falcon, because that's going to be a heavy edit, I'll likely release the next episode of Darth Vader. And on that note, I did get the replacement pack number 20, so I can get the one piece that's missing, which is this part right here. So I'll get that taken care of. And then on Monday, we'll be doing the next episode of the Reliant Buddy build with Ken. So yeah, that's all coming out. And then I should be on stream either like tomorrow's probably a maybe, but definitely on Sunday. I don't have an excuse. So yeah, otherwise, that's what I got. Todd, got anything to add before we head out?
Catch you up on chat. Don says they had both. Yeah, I found the pictures. They made a D'Agostini made a quarter scale Harley Davidson Fat Boy.
Nice.
And silver and black. Let's see. Don said Charles from France built the Chieftain. Ken says thanks for the great show, Jordan and Todd.
Absolutely.
Fun stream. Have a good one.
Thanks, Chase.
Alex, you can go. Todd will strap you to the front bumper. Stephen Haynes says good night. Don says great stream.
Thank you.
Alex says I'm so glad I caught you at the end, Jordan. Great stream. Hope you have a wonderful weekend and a delicious dinner.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Do your
all
thing.
Right.
Actually,
well, and can't go without saying thank you to Howard. Keeping Aligning the Stars monetized 1 month at a time, and really appreciate you, my friend. Kind of crazy. So otherwise, that's what I got for you guys today, and I just want to say thank you. I know that there was a million things y'all could have done today, and instead you spent 2 hours watching me attempt.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
And I think that's pretty damn cool. You guys have any questions or comments, tips, tricks? Please leave them down below. Like to support the channel, please like and subscribe. And my friends, until we see each other again, I hope you have a wonderful evening in this beautiful world where we happen to be. Just remember to always live long and prosper or something. Good night, everybody.
all right.